for Texas, for Iowa, for anywhere in the country, our number one obligation is to keep people safe. The most important job of a president is to be the commander-in-chief. And I will rebuild our military, and I will win the war on terror, and we will keep this country safe.
There was a story last night about China and how they spend so much money on them spying here in the U.S. What are you going to do to prevent something like that?
Well, it's more than just spying. They steal secrets from our companies. It's the largest transfer of wealth in human history illegally. And it's outrageous.
So what are you going to do?
Well, there needs to be real consequences. One of the first things I'll order when I take over as president is a real cyber policy that lays out very clearly what the rules of engagement are and what will the response be for each type of attack. Today, if someone launches missiles against the United States, they know what our response is going to be. And the same needs to be true in cyber. When there are attacks launched against us, people need to know exactly what the consequences are going to be for those who launched it. We're also going to indict people overseas even that are involved in this theft. They're going to be denied visas to enter this country. Their companies are going to be denied access to our markets. And these companies that are reverse engineering American technology will not be allowed to sell or trade with America. Loans, we have a right to know before you go, which means before you take out a loan, schools will tell you how much people make when they graduate there with that degree, so you can make an informed decision. We also allow more competition. Basically, it allowed you to acquire many more college credits without sitting in a classroom, not having to pay for it. Right now, it's not accredited. So we've got kind of a bipartisan, comprehensive approach to it. Their only answer is, you know, they're going to lower the interest rate. That alone is not going to. The income base will save you more money than that.
So would you say that's sort of an expansion or continuation of policies that have already been put in place under?
Oh, well, no, none of them are. I mean, the income-based repayment is something we're doing now, but it's not the automatic method. It's just easier to do it. It's really messy to do it. None of the other things are stuff he's done. They're all new. It's all different. But the key is, today people should be able to acquire as much learning as possible without having to go to college. There's so much learning available outside the college setting. You should potentially be able to bring in a year and a half of credits with you from self-directed learning. And that also creates more competition for traditional schools. And then the other is the alternative called the Student Investment Plan, that instead of getting a loan, you would go to a private investment group to fund your education. And you would sign a contract to pay back a percentage of your income. If you make money and you become financially successful, they make their money with a profit. If you're not, then they lose their money, but it's a bad investment. But there's countries now that do that, like Chile. Pay back some of that debt we have to this country. I'll never fully repay it. This country owes me nothing. I have a debt to America I'll never fully repay. And this powerful principle that our rights don't come from government, they come from our Creator. Many of them will not be able to stay. They haven't been here long enough. They're criminals. They can't stay. Other people, depending on how long you've been here, will have to face very significant consequences for having violated the law. And I'm going to get a work permit, and that's all they're going to have. That's what we're going to do when I'm president.
Looking at two things in the candidate. It's number one, quality.
Being frustrated alone is enough. You got to know what you're going to do.